Now I'm going to go live on Facebook and then we'll start. It just takes about 30 seconds.
Is this better?
We will be live. All righty, welcome everybody. It is Tuesday night. We miss everybody Tuesdays since we used to have our clubhouses at this time, but we are here with some very, very special people that we have all had the honor to get to know and to learn from, and they're here to teach us a little bit more tonight. So welcome the Myo Masterminds and the Breathe Institute.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having us. Airway Circle, such an honor. I'll let my colleagues quickly introduce themselves first, and we'll follow your lead, Renata. And thanks so much to everybody at Airway Circle and for just continuously wanting to connect with more members, like-minded members in your community. And it's an honor to be here with you all.
Of course. Sanda, would you introduce yourself to those who do not know you, but I doubt there's anybody here.
That's such an honor. Thank you for the introduction. But anyway, I'm so honored to be here with all of you, really special people, and with a desire to improve your skills as myofunctional therapist. My name is Sanda Pinkerton. I am the director of TBI Myofunctional Therapy the section, and I'm here to connect with you, to know more about you. And again, back to you, Renata.
Thank you. And Anna.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anna Gross. I'm a speech language pathologist, and I practice at the Breathe Institute, where I was a student in the very first cohort of Myo Mastermind. So it's really exciting to be invited to teach for this next cohort, since I've been through the program myself. And I'm like just over the moon to bring you guys all of the things that the program is so chock filled with, so many amazing things. And now I can bring even more into it. And I'm super excited.
That is amazing. I think that Lily has some slides to share with us. Yeah. And we would like everybody to send us questions. Just write on the chat box if you have any questions. And also on Facebook, I'll be checking the messages. So you guys are welcome to write on the comments your question, and we will relate to everyone on here.
Amazing. And I shared with those who were here earlier that Sarah sends her appreciation to everybody. Unfortunately, she had a family emergency she had to tend to, but was thankful that all of you were interested in learning more, and grateful for the opportunity for our team to discuss. So again, just for those who don't know me, I'm Layli Naruz-Knudsen, and I'm the co-founder and managing director of the Breathe Institute. I serve as the glorified VJ/MC. So Renata and I have a lot of things in common in terms of our roles as community leaders and builders and bringing information and people together. So with that, I'm so excited. We have Sanda and Anna here to help guide what we've put together as probably our most rigorous program at the Breathe Institute, which is Myo Masterminds. And I wanted to start with this because it's just been such an amazing journey of collaboration with the Airway Circle team, and being at the same events and wanting to share from the rooftops the same message. But this quote really resonates, I think, with all of us about finding your way and you'll find your why. And I think that's more than just airway. It relates to breathing, posture, everything. And anything that's connected to the role of breathing and sleep. But what's really awesome about it is the pivotal role that myofunctional therapists, orofacial myofunctional therapists, and functional providers have had in this mission. Is you all have been championing the message of look at tongue ties, look at how we bring in soft tissue dysfunction into things like orthodontics. So I so value the work that you're doing, even though these are just prizes for your members and people in the community. It's getting the message out, Renata and Airway Circle team. So and to all of you, I really hope this is part of the way and answers that you're getting from each other above all else. But we're here to really talk to those who want to learn more and are interested in delving into a deeper commitment. And I'm going to turn to Sanda and Anna in just a minute to just go over what makes up Masterminds. We only have a few slides, but we thought we'd at least give you guys some context, some background to look at the fun we have behind the scenes, and then open it up to any discussion that you all would like to lead, really. So with that, Anna, as a graduate of the first class and the director of the functional therapy down at Breathe Babies and Kids, and one of our lead instructors for this next round of masterminds, would you do me the honor of kicking off a good overview of what the program's about?
Sure. So 88 total hours is amazing. Over 9 months, you will spend with your cohort. I think actually the secret sauce to this program is really the cohort. So you will be in such a fantastic group of professionals who have come to this point in their careers where are able to participate in such a program. And the cohort alone and the friendships and the professional relationships that I've made, whether that be with dentists, speech therapists, or RDHs, is worth the value of the course alone. Like I have a WhatsApp group, I have access to my colleagues who I have so much respect for. And so that conversation we have from the friendships that we've made during this course is invaluable to me. We'll talk about research, therapy process, functional anatomy and physiology, child development from birth onward, including feeding and speech, tethered oral tissue management, airway and breathing, orthodontic and surgical support, working with complex patients, and practical management and professional development and teamwork. And something I want to especially just point out with the research is that when I first took a course in myofunctional therapy, that was in 2016. So even though I tried to keep up with what I was reading in like Facebook study groups and things of that nature, it wasn't really until I took my Myo Masterminds course that it really came full circle. And I was not only just reading the really relevant new research that was coming out, that was being provided to me and like in an amazing way, I was understanding it from a different perspective and from a much deeper level of understanding. So I could be more critical of it. And even now, I look forward to learning more and being even more critical, but that alone, just the research part of this program really allows me to read research more critically and to be able to really sit at the table with other professionals and be able to converse in a way that makes me sound like, wow, she really understands what's going on. She really understands what's in the research, but she also understands what's going on in the clinic. And I think before this program, I don't know that I could sit at a table with dental professionals and speak the way that I can speak now to what I'm seeing in my patients. And so since the airway and the myofunctional field is so diverse when it comes to the background of people who are working in it, and our goals are all the same, but our perspective is different. Being able to understand it, or at least speak to it from different perspectives, has been a huge part of my accomplishment graduating from this program. So 18 weeks of online content, 2-hour online sessions. So every Tuesday we would meet. And I know when every cohort finishes, because I just attended the graduation of the last cohort that I was not a student in, the same sentiment. Gosh, I'm going to miss Tuesdays. Like Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time was like I get to be with my cohort and learn something new or hear a guest speaker. And we really relished that time together, and it was very special. And I still miss Tuesdays. So I'm excited to be invited to come back, even as even though I won't be a student, but always a student, right? So, and then the graduation is just the absolute most special, amazing time. And if you participate in my own masterminds and you can fly out to LA for graduation, I highly, highly recommend it. The memories that were made, both during the program and during graduation, will be ones that I'll cherish forever. And it really is, it's 9 months, it's not quite a year, but it felt like just a wonderful year of my life that I wouldn't have changed. So.
I love that, Anna. And I know we have Catherine Kangas. Catherine, you're a rock star. I have a little slide with you in it. So I'm going to see if you want to jump on during that slide and share your input too. But it really is exactly what Anna talked about in terms of bonding, but with the theme of having an overarching theme. And Sonda will go over that slide of topics you've all taken through different courses, through different seminars, webinars, things just like through conversations through your platform at Airway Circle. So we really hope that the topics help give you a deeper look, and then that the case study week, which is week 4, lets you learn from your cohort, as Anna said, and your colleagues, and that includes SLPs, RDHs, dentists. So everyone gets to see things from different perspectives, which is really cool. And here, the one thing we love the most is, I know Anna mentioned this as well, it is commitment, 9 months. It's every single week, and at first it seems daunting and overwhelming, but what's beautiful is just seeing the progress that all the therapists have made. And these are therapists who are seasoned, who've seen patients. But this is, I just had to give a shout out to Kristen Weaver and Christy Manos, 2 therapists who continue to join on the Tuesday weekly sessions. Kristen was at Disneyland. She flew from Canada with her family and joined the session from Disneyland. And Christy was in Hawaii on her honeymoon and joined in to do a case study presentation. So I know it seems like a lot of work, but I guarantee you it's a really hands-on, phenomenal learning opportunity. And the one thing really that sets it apart from other programs, which we encourage everyone to explore, take classes with instructors, shadow people, train with folks, is thanks to Dr. Zaghi being our medical director as an ENT sleep surgeon. We really do cover all the areas and look at sleep disordered breathing in a multifactorial context. So that's why we take time to really delve in deeper on each one of these subject matters. But not only having Sarah, Sonda, and Anna speak to these, I'm going to share with you in just a second our phenomenal faculty that has been curated by Sonda, Diane, Sarah, and the whole team. So Sonda, speaking of, I'm going to check to see if there's any questions. Thank you for all the love, everyone. But Sonda, why don't you jump on now and give us an overview? I know there's a quick little change between the Occlusion Surgical Support Month, but starting with month 1 on the left, which kicks off in June, give us an overview of what we cover in terms of topics.
Well, thank you very much, Layli, and thank you very much, Anna, for everything you have shared with us. And I have some news for you guys. We miss you too. Okay, everyone who was part of this class, they just have a special spot in our hearts. And speaking for myself, in my heart, and I just love to see people growing and expanding their knowledge and sharing their knowledge with the rest of us. So saying that, just going a little bit on the memory lane here, it is that when initially I was thinking to create this class, I never thought we'll end up with 9 months. And just, taking different classes to see how can we put together. And we said maybe it will be 3 months, and then kind of exploring what else we would like to share with everybody else and to see what they think. So slowly and surely we added 1 month and another month until we came up actually with 9 months. Like I said, besides of sharing, knowledge, the other purpose of the class was to create bridges between different professions, to understand who are our team members, the people who are going to refer to and work with. And I'm going to start with month 1, which Anna already mentioned something, is research. And I have to say that I used to be very excited about every single research paper came out. And Lay's here to witness that we were looking before we met Dr. Zaghi to say, oh my God, there is another research, another study. And actually, we learn, and that I give credit to Dr. Zaghi, a lot of credit for that, because as Lee said, not all the studies are alike. And that's how I start to learn, and I understood how important it is for us to understand the research work. And we spend time, but we are going to have Dr. Zaghi and Lisha to talk about what is research, what it takes, and how to understand and to read those research. It's extremely important to the point that Anna was making. For us, understanding the value, the level of studies will make us a lot more competent when we are going and reaching out to the community, to the pediatrician groups or medical provider. It will open us our horizon, understanding how that actually world works like. Then we added anatomy and physiology. And at this point, I really wanted to share and to see what everybody else has to say regarding on how are we, who are our team members? How, you know, and I know the title is anatomy and physiology because we started to analyze the muscles and then the famous fascia, which my colleague, Valerie Sinkes, was really playing a great role in actually being my mentor in that. And I learned that actually that's the scaffold of our body. And then based on that, you know, to understand, because so many people are asking, well, when am I referring to a fascia person or a craniosacral therapy? Well, we are going to meet people from this field. Fascia providers, craniosacral, PT, OTs, primitive reflexes. So we are going to learn more about this. Then it comes learning and feeding. As you know, we always, you know, based on the age, we have different levels of practicing or, you know, learning. The sensory motor comes between the 0 to 3 years old. It's a very important, and Anna is going to teach us a lot, and Diane had really a great contribution, shedding light between, you know, how the child is growing, how the plays a role in the oral facial development, and how the speech, where the speech fits into the whole overall development. That goes with the speech development as well, tongue tie, airway, and breathing. We are going to have great speakers like Dr. Zaghi, which is going to share a lot more information. What means tongue tie? What is the airway? What is the tongue tone, tongue space? And all those things, how they tie together. We are learning to look at the CBCT to understand what we are looking at. What are the newest trends in this field? Surgical support will be Dr. Kappelson, and he is really such, when I heard him first time talking, and to understand from a surgeon point of view, a provider of MMA surgery, what it means, what it takes, how many levels, how the surgeon looks like. So I better understand what is their role and actually what is our role. You know, how are we preparing the patients for those type of surgeries? Occlusion. Absolutely, Dr. Brian Huckle is going to give us, you know, a rundown about, you know, what the appliances are, where do they fit in our work, and how we can support the patients. Complex patients, that's a huge subject. And we have TMD discussion about TMD patients, about the patients on the spectrum, about Down syndrome, and we are in this particular month, we like to invite previous graduates which are working with special needs patients. And I think that's extremely important because only seeing how other providers, top providers are working, we can learn more. And then last but not least, and a very important aspect of our work, it is how do we run our business? How are we taking care of ourselves or our mental state? How do we build our business, and how we kind of balance our life between work, business, and family. So saying that, I hope you know, I would like to have as many as you to participate with more questions. So kind of, you know, bring more information if you still have, you know, any question regarding the program. And I would love to know you. And if you decide to join in our journey this year, I will be more than happy to know you and to meet you all.
So the fun fact about Sonda is I've known Sonda now for probably over 15 years. And you know, what's cool is her doctor, I always share this, her Dr. Zaghi and I all came to the United States from different parts, Iran and Romania, in the same year in 1987, which ages us. It's okay. It's all good. It's all wisdom. But Sonda is very humble about how she helps guide and support the students in not only just this program, but whoever comes to visit us at TVI as a whole. And I'm hoping Catherine can maybe speak to this, but the case study reviews aren't just case studies, guys. These are one-on-one calls you have with Sonda before you even come and present to your cohort. So she's spending time guiding you through every step of the way, giving you resources, helping you look at things through a different perspective. And we did this call similar to this with my mentor graduates, I think just a week ago. And one of the students came up and was asked, are you a different therapist as a result of this? And she said, absolutely, and all for the better, because not only do you get the wisdom from all, TBI and support faculty, but you get it from one another and through looking at these cases. So I hope this helps give you guys a huge look inward. We have a few slides that highlight the fun that we have, just quickly going over the instructors and their background. And the wealth of information they bring collectively. But in addition to them, we have this phenomenal panel, guys. So I know you said what is in complex patients. We even get into generational trauma. We get into so many deeper layers, and we look at it through the lens of different providers and actual cases. We hear from experts in the field and beyond. Here's just a quick screenshot of all the different presentations that are shared over the course of the 9 months from different opinion and thought leaders. We have people from all over the world. Dr. Elevonica, first class, she joined us from Romania almost every night. I know it was running into like 2 a.m. and I was like, you can watch the recordings. And that's a quick fun fact. You have access to this indefinitely. So if you can't join in on Tuesdays, you have the recordings and the resources for each lecture, and you can go back as many times as you want, because we want it to really be information you master. So there's no time limit. You can, if you miss a lecture, you can go back and watch it. We encourage you to not fall too behind, because then you miss on that bonding that Anna was talking about, right? So, and we're not at any point, feel free to delve in with any questions if you need us to break, but we have a few slides left on just the program goals. I know we talked about the research, but really the unification, I think, is a collaborative mission between Airway Circle and the Breathe Institute. We want to empower providers and the community at large. We always say we're here to share, not compare knowledge, and to celebrate the diversity and the difference. Like, why do we have Anna leading therapy with the infants? Right? Why is the feeding and the perspective of an SLP feeding therapist so critical in identifying apraxia and other issues, right? And celebrating when you can work and who to refer to and when and whom. Anatomy, we spent a lot of time talking about anatomy with another shared goal of getting on the same page in terms of terminology, moving from cave to lingual palatal suction. And we're looking to bring that on such a deeper level. Part 2 is really helping understand the sequencing. And I think Dr. Zaghi's helped paint that in that we're about simplifying things. And my mentor grads, Sarah does a really good job of that as well. So tongue tie, tongue tone, tongue space, understanding those 3 the best you can, and knowing how to sequence and how to engage with other support providers and people on the care team, and really working on standardizing and improving our field at large so that it was recognized and respected on a deeper level from the medical community and establishment. So just real quick, and I'm going to turn it over to Anna and invite Catherine and Renata. I know you're all about fun, but the best thing that you walk away, I think I try to take, I hope anybody who's taken a Breathe Institute course or program feels like you walked away going to camp. That's kind of a key role and mission of ours, like that feel good camaraderie and connection. So we're about building lifelong connections and having fun in the process. Here's a picture of the girls getting to the hotel room, some of the ones that came to the 2-day in-person practicum. We do live stream the whole thing. So for those who not travel in Greece or Norway, even though we would love to have you all here, we live stream the whole 2 days so no one feels like they're missing out. And Catherine, I started with your quote, but I thought what a better way than to just get you on the line to maybe share your perspective. And then we'll please put your questions in the chat box so we know what else we can customize or share with you all. So Catherine, thanks for your commitment over the 9 months. I know you walked in and you brought tears to my eyes. It was a lot of like just people meeting for the first time and just a lot of love. We miss you and we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, thanks for having me tonight. I completely agree. I am like having a little bit of like don't know what to do. So it was like, yes, I'll join tonight because I get to see my people. But I can't speak enough praise for the Breathe Institute and this course and the way that they've built it, and all the thought and time and effort that's gone into this. Everything echo that Anna shared from all the various topics that are covered. Just amazing being able to hear from, I mean, you guys saw the slide with all of the different faces of the guest speakers. It's like anyone that you would ever dream of listening to lecture, we get to listen to, and we have them almost kind of like in this small little group. And we get to ask questions, and you're not in this like big auditorium, you know, we have them. And so that was, I mean, a dream. So I have some notes so I wouldn't forget on some things I wanted to touch on. So the research component, I think, was huge for me. Not gonna lie, like that was something I probably wasn't as strong in. I had, you know, knew some highlights and knew some of the best studies and research out there to be able to reference, but this course actually kind of pushed me to really dig into that and understand how to identify a really top-notch study versus one that may have some holes, and so and just the confidence of being able to reference different studies and have those conversations with doctors in my area. I think that was huge, and I got so much out of that. Sonda in particular, with my one-on-ones, with the case presentation reviews, she just really honestly encouraged me and gave me the confidence to trust my instincts. I shared that at our graduation. And she also, you know, with Sarah and Sonda and Diane, it's like they kind of allowed me to see even more when looking at a patient than I was previously. And that has added so much value, like immediate value to my practice and what I do every day. And lastly, I mean, it sounds a little cheesy, like we're all kind of talking about like all the love and like the bonding, but I cannot tell you how I did not expect to make the connections that I've made with everybody. Anna shared this, but our group, our class, still, we have a WhatsApp, and we're like talking daily on there still. It's so amazing. We're bouncing stuff off of each other. We're also just, you know, checking in with each other. How you doing? I mean, it can be a little bit lonely in what we do. Where not all of us are on big, huge teams. And so it's so nice to have that group. And we're also, if Joy's on, she was cracking me up today as far as things she was sharing. So even though we're all over the United States, like, I feel like I have a family. So anyway, I've talked way too much, but I just wanted to share those few highlights, and I know that you won't be disappointed if you decide to go through with the course.
You missed the highlight that you all started an Oreo cookie challenge. I don't know if Dr. Zaghi and Dr. Nora put theirs up, but that was a really fun thing. So, yeah. And we do have a slide of Joy. I would love for it. Look at it's the next slide, Joy.
Yes, Joy.
So here's another great example. You know, I know Catherine is an accomplished therapist supporting a lot of different providers and teams. Here's Joy, another educator in the field, helping connect, you know, the dots for a lot of other colleagues and peers, and is just someone who's thirsty and hungry for knowledge. Here was her amazing words of thanks and appreciation for the program. Joy, would you like to jump on and share anything?
Of course. I am practicing what I preach. So I just got my expander put in this week, guys. So
what did you get?
I got a quad helix. So okay. Heard my speech, but there's nothing like being a part of the TBI family. There's nothing like it. I mean, to have all these amazing people at your fingertips, to talk to Sonda on the phone about your cases, to be able to talk to other disciplines and get other opinions and other frames of reference for things. I mean, you truly never stop learning in this field. And for all the speakers and information the TBI curated for us to be in one place, it was amazing. It was a great experience.
Give me goosebumps. Thank you so much for sharing that. And please, if you have questions, let me look. Now's the time, because I know the girls, obviously, it's best to hear from them as they've gone through it.
I do have some questions here from Facebook. We have over 50 people on right now total, guys.
Hi, everybody.
Kristen Weaver said, this course was beyond anything I could have imagined. In 9 months, it molded me and pushed me to be better. You all continue to inspire us. Carlos Vinzon asked, does your program discusses the role of the brain in OMD and how its neuroplasticity involved in your therapy program? Thank you, and more power.
Absolutely. Actually, we have Nicole Archambault, who I think now serves on the advisory board of Airway Circle. And what a gift to all of you, because she is someone who gives me goosebumps every time I hear her speak. She's got a neuroscience background from Johns Hopkins, and she really talks about the importance of understanding what she calls limbic lockdown and the timing of release if there's oral defensiveness. In addition to that, we've added Cassandra Carlopio, who is a clinical psychologist, and she's licensed in Australia, working on her licensing here, but she does all of our mindfulness and meditation and yoga nidra and focuses on the autonomic nervous system. So we spend a great deal of time delving in on that and understanding how the mind, right, mind over matter control and the role that it has in all of this. So I hope that helps support, answer your question. And Kristen, you are a rock star. I hope you caught the slide of yourself on earlier. We have Yuli as well, talking about reflexes and video footage. Even though Diane is not part of the program this year and is taking a step back, this is a huge commitment. She's been a pivotal pioneer in helping us put this program together, both in a fashion that should be recognized by ASHA for those of you who are speech language pathologists, but also her feedback is going to be integrated in as previewing or on-demand viewing for all of you so that you don't miss out from content that she shared during the first class as well. So hope that helps, Renata.
Of course. And Nicole is actually our speaker for Thursday for Airway Circle. So if you guys are not registered yet, Thursday at 8 p.m. Nicole, she is wonderful. I would like to repeat really quickly the question that we have over here that you guys answered in the chat box. So it's recorded and everybody can, and on Facebook also they can get this answer. Somebody asked, is this a knowledge through ASHA for continuing education? And Anna, I'll let you jump back on to share what you, because you answered that beautifully. Yeah.
So yes, the hours that we created, or that the Breathe Institute has created, all count. So all 80 hours do count towards your ASHA CEUs, but they won't count in the registry. So you just have to fill out paperwork at the end of your term, and then you can submit it. And then if they ask for anything like a syllabus or anything like that, we can supply that. But they should all count towards, they meet the guidelines for ASHA CEUs.
Perfect. And then you're gonna
shoot away. What else? No, go ahead. What else do we have?
How long are the courses every Tuesday? You guys were talking about being 2 hours every Tuesday from
5 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. They are recorded for anyone who misses it, so you can catch it the week before. So 3 weeks of didactic lecture. The 4th week is all of you, your cohort, doing the case study, sharing, and you had the one-on-one sessions with Sonda, so she prepares you. We don't just throw you out cold turkey. And part of that, the huge part of that, is we're helping you guys deal with public speaking, how to really bring the point, drive the point home, and do it in a fashion where you can go out in the community and do this in your respective areas and be able to have the most up-to-date research and protocols to reference as well.
And then Chris also asked, do you talk about different EHR or what to look for? Coding, super bills?
That's my role, Chris. You know me. So month 9 is hugely Sarah and I leading I know it's called like practice management and development, but we do so much soul searching. We start with the look inward. And I know the question was about neuroscience. We do that with you guys month 9, looking inward at yourselves, like what no longer serves you, what are you looking to change or add or to shift in terms of your professional and personal lives. And then we take that and we talk about tools for automation, social media, presentations, EHR softwares, billing codes, much, much more. So I bring what I do on a daily at TBI, leading all the different departments and providers and team, and bring those resources to all of you month 9. In addition, with Sarah, my buddy, we tag team that month, and Chad, you had pop-up appearances from my husband, Chad, who's also a co-founding member, and he brings his analogies and wealth of wisdom. Come say hi to the Airway Circle members.
Hey, Chad.
Ahoy.
I have another meme for you guys later. I just haven't had time to finish. But
Actually, I have some fun stuff too to share with, I don't think I had here. I want to just play a quick little fun clip. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but just to give you guys like a visual look at what the program looks like. And Chad, the video might not play. I don't think it's playing. But basically what this was a clip. Let me see if I minimize it. Was the clip of Dr. Zoggy rapping along to, here we go, hold on. I'll let you watch just a few segments of it. Can you all see this? Let me know if you all can see this. So people do case study presentations. Everybody gets experience speaking publicly. Even the virtual folks, there's joy. Then we do talent shows. The talent show's the best. Kristen, I'm so sorry. I'll skip ahead. I'm so sorry. Here's the team doing a rep. Here we go. So they did this whole rap. Then we had Dr. Zoggy come and perform it. There's Catherine. There you go. Bet you guys didn't know Catherine could rap. And really at the end, so I'm skipping over the Dr. Z part, but he came in and ended up rapping for everybody as well. But the talent show, the hands-on practicum, intraoral, extraoral massage, so many different tips for practice management and implementation. Sonda, what would you like to close it up with in terms of anything we may have missed with the information on the slides?
Before I say that, I think there is a question regarding the cost. Do we want to
That's
address
a
that?
great
Yes.
critical piece of logistical information. So the program is obviously over 80 hours over the course of 9 months. The way it breaks down is a deposit of 1,000 and then monthly payments of 500 thereafter. So the total is 5,000, right? So it's $1,000 deposit and then 11 payments, or whatever the difference is, not 11 payments, but whatever the difference would be, it's monthly payments of 500. And then if there's special arrangements, if folks have financial limitations, we have done some custom payment arrangements with folks as well. So we don't want that to be a barrier in getting access to the education. But anything we do at TBI, we do it with the hopes that it gets at least, you know, a tenfold return on investment with the knowledge, the connections, and more. So yeah, please shoot away with any of the logistical questions.
I do have a question. Who is Myo Masterminds for?
Great question. Sonda,
Great.
Anna, I'll turn it to you.
Personally, I love to have as many speech pathologists and dental hygienists. And in my opinion, I will be a dentist as well. But I'm also open if there are any physical therapists or occupational therapists, which they would like to know what we are doing and how we are working, and they would like to expand their knowledge in that field. I will be more than happy to welcome them to this class. Anything, Anna, that you would like to add?
I just want to add, I think a lot of us at the beginning of the course, and I heard this when I attended the graduation of the second class as well, at the end of the program, we say out loud to each other, and some of them said out loud to the whole class. And I know I said to myself, gosh, I didn't know if this course was for me. I thought, you know, that I wouldn't be enough. And then at the end, I've grown so much that no, this course was for me. Like I really became levels above to where I thought I was. So I think if you're hungry to learn more, don't underestimate the power of where you are now. Just look at your desire to learn and be a part of just a really fun and amazing group of teachers and of students where really I think in my experience have had no ego and just were there to learn and grow and be a group and a team. And if that's your speed, and don't underestimate, I took one course, right? And then I grew learning from others, and it didn't really matter. Nobody was like, oh, what course did you take? What course did you take? Yes, you need to know introduction to myofunctional therapy to participate in this.
Okay.
But no, if you really care and you want to learn, then you should be here. So.
And that's Renata. I know that's actually helps. Thank you, Sonda and Anna, because we do require that you have at least 5 cases. So we do this for one of 2 reasons. We know that a lot of folks are seeking their CALM certification or any other certification, but a lot of times what we've seen amongst our peers and colleagues is not knowing how to build up the cases and to prepare like the confidence to be able to be prepared for the exam. So we do require that you have at least 5 cases to share coming in so that we can help you improve upon them, help hone in the message, know how to present on it. And for those seeking examination or certification through any program out there, hopefully this will be a really good confidence booster. And then there's something else to just piggyback off of what Anna said. What we love and what I think Sonda is sharing as well is we love building a brain trust, right? So we have like specialists in infant tongue ties, a specialist in tongue ties, a maxillofacial surgeon. It's kind of like the Avengers or a sports team where you find a goalie, you find your equivalent role, and each person does what they do best, but we bring this knowledge together as a collective, and that's when it becomes powerful, right? So having the perspective of Anna as an SLP, Sonda and Sarah as RDHs, and then in the audience, having dentists and speech paths, like you go through the program and the months where we're going through ortho, speech language pathologists have the majority of questions, right? And then vice versa, when we're going over facial speech development and the content Diane or now Anna cover, RDH's minds are blown. And that makes us have an appreciation for what the other field does and an understanding of how we can work together. So that's a big, big goal of ours. So yes, foundational and intro myo course is required. We want you to have at least 5 cases hopefully built and worked up, and then we'll help you develop them further.
I have
Shoot away,
one
Renata.
question.
Yeah.
What is the time commitment for the participant, but on my own, not on Tuesdays? How much time would I need every week on my own to get everything done?
Great question. And I'll start and then turn it over to the ladies. I think it depends on how much you want from it. Okay. And I think everybody in the beginning, especially because it starts with literature and research, we started with the toughest first because we wanted to break that mold, and we want you to feel uncomfortable until you push past that point into confidence, right? So we start with research, and that month may be a little bit more rigorous because we're teaching you on how to do literature reviews and how to speak to research. So that has a homework assignment behind it. But other than that, it's developing your case studies and then going back and downloading the resources, watching the videos as many times as you want, so you build content for yourselves as you speak to patients, as you speak to providers. Does that make sense? So really, other than the didactic part, which is all information sharing, there are some homework assignments like literature review, the case study submissions, which only grows you, and the rest is extra credit. And we have a Dean's Honor Roll at the end. I know Joy had to leave. Her, Kristen, Catherine King, is anybody who's on the line right now, I promise you, was on the honor roll. And that's for extra credit assignments that help you learn how to write better, to do an abstract, right? So anything that's additional, it's for the students that want to go above and beyond, but not overwhelming.
This is perfect. And with this, I have 2 invitations for you guys. One is do not miss Nicole's class with us this Thursday at 8 p.m. Angela's posting the link for whoever has not registered. And after, if you have finished your Myo Masterminds, we do offer circle time with Airway Circle, which is only once a month, and it's on a Tuesday. That's why you can't be doing Myo Masterminds. All we do is share cases and talk about patients and share our challenges and our triumphs and what we have. It's really all based on experience. And then we bring also speakers to help us look at his patients and give us guidance. But it's been a super fun environment to learn together, and we're all growing. It's super fun. Kimmy is over here. Kimmy's been in it. I think we have a couple of girls here from Circle Time. But yes, there it is. Back to you, Lately.
I love what you all are doing, and that's really the closing remark I have. And I'd love to turn it over to the two brains of the program. But honestly, all we're about is connection and community. That's why we're actively involved with AAPMD and other organizations that really want to bring resources. So whether you're watching AAPMD webinars, you're continuously participating in Airway Circle events, because these girls are passionate. Angela, so good to see you too. And they're putting their heart and soul in what they're doing. We thank you for your interest in wanting to learn more about our program and offerings through the Breathe Institute. We really do pride ourselves in making sure you have a good time in the process. So with that, thank you for having us. And I'll turn it over to Anna and Sonda to share any final thoughts on their behalf.
Well, again, thank you very much for having us. And like, you know, one of the question it is what it takes to be in this program, to be totally, I think the deepest thing, what it takes, it is to be really passionate about myofunctional therapy, to be really passionate about helping your patients, being passionate about reaching out in your community. If those are your motives, that's really a good place for you to be. And we really love knowing you and connecting with you, and through that, you know, to push this field forward through more studies, to see how we can organize, how we can create a common nomenclature for all the exercises we are using. There are so many goals that we can achieve together. So I would just love to know more about you. So reach out to us, and thank you, Renata, for having us and for doing this really great work, connecting with all those therapists which are interested in learning more. So thank you, dear. Okay, Anna.
You know how much I love you, Sonda. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'll just wrap it up by saying we're so grateful to be invited to be a part of this course and to be here tonight with Airway Circle. And if you're like me, you're really hungry for information and learning more, but you need something in a way that's digestible and structured, with great friends and great conversation. I really think there's no better course. And if that's what you're looking for, then you're in the right place.
Awesome. I'm going to ask Laylee to send me the link, or you can, I know some people have already left, but we can put the link over here on the chat too. Sign up for Masterminds. It starts on June 7th, correct? And when is graduation? Do we have a date yet?
Graduation is to follow in March, I believe. So the last month is February. We typically do it a few weeks thereafter. So it'll be sometime in March or April, but we'd love to have you guys. And if there are any other resources we'd like to provide. And Renata, I will think of something we can raffle off on behalf of the Breathe Institute, maybe a complimentary live stream course for one of your members, since you're so generous with giving your goodies and giveways as well.
Can I do it?
Yeah, I love it. Where is your tongue, folks? Where is your tongue?
All right, guys. Thank you so much. This has been a wonderful time. Oh my goodness.
Thanks,
I love you guys. And I might take Masterminds. Bye, Chad. Who knows? I
Love
need
to
to.
have you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.